Patrick McNeil back here with you at the intermission as the Cape Breton Eagles taking on the St. John Sea Dogs tonight in St. John. But going on the phone now, back home to Sydney with the assistant coach of Sydney Academy Hockey, Justin Lund. It is the second year for Sydney Academy, returning after a leave of absence in the Cape Breton High School Hockey League. Justin, how important is it to have Sydney Academy back in the high school loop?
When you're in a small league, you only got a 4-team league, and you see each other quite a bit in regular season. It's extremely important to have that fourth team in that league. If not, you're seeing each other too much.
Looking at your team showing this season, hasn't been the best in league action, but a strong showing, a semifinal appearance at the City of Lakes tournament in Dartmouth this past weekend. Tell us about that.
It was a good showing. We ended up going 3-0 in the round-robin play. We won our quarterfinal game there. We were running out of steam. We had some minor injuries through our players, a couple little suspensions that were handed to us there at the City of Lakes tournament. We were short-staffed there on Sunday going into the semis game between the injuries and suspensions. We ran out of steam. It was hard for us to fight back with only 10 or 11 players on your bench.
Still a semifinal appearance, a very good result in that tournament. Looking at this team on the ice, who are some of the key players on this version of Sydney Academy's hockey program?
Player-wise, we got some good grade 12 captains there up front. Justin Thistle, Brendan Armstrong, Zach Kahn. They're definitely guys that stick out, hard workers. You might not see them in the points category, but they're big leaders up front there, leading the team. Cannot complain about our goaltending. We're playing a split duty right now. They're playing both extremely well.
Now, there was a lot of big news story around Sydney Academy hockey this season was Belle Jacobs making the team, first female to play for Sydney Academy hockey. Tell us how big of a story has that been? Has that maybe been a distraction to the team? And how has she fit in with Sydney Academy this year?
It's definitely a hot news item, even for me going to work. We were talking about that the weekend. I was telling her father, it's never, when you go to work, how's the team doing? It's, how's Belle doing? She adapted to the league quite well. She's a very solid defense, very good puck sense, moving the puck out of the zone.
Of course, the story about Red Cup has been in the news. Sydney Academy will not be attending Red Cup. Has that whole thing maybe been a distraction to the team? How are they focusing on that? And has that maybe added to the prestige of your own tournament with everything that's going on?
It's upsetting, of course, not to be invited to a local tournament here. There's only 4 teams. We got the 4 local teams in our tournament. But as far as I'm concerned, our players' mindset is on our tournament. It's the first time this tournament's blue and white's going on in 4 years. So I think just in our dressing room and even the whole community, I think everyone's excited and ready to get this going.
Your tournament kicks off this Thursday. Tell us about the field. We know the 4 local teams are going to be there. Tell us about the 4 other teams that are participating in the blue and white.
In our division, we have Forest Heights, which I can't really comment a whole lot on. We did not see them play anywhere this year. They play out at the high school league down in the valley. We have Richmond County. I believe Richmond County, I might be mistaken here, but I believe they were over at Green and Gold. They're excited to be coming down here to compete in a Division I hockey tournament, which is something they're also giving a go this year, where they're a Division II league in regular season, right? In the other division, we have both Prince Andrew and Dartmouth. Dartmouth's coming down. We've seen them in a couple tournaments this weekend. Both teams are very strong, hard-working teams.
Walk us through the schedule. I understand it starts on Thursday, and the format as well. Is this a standard tournament where the top 2 teams in each group make playoffs for crossovers? Walk us through that.
Yes, that's correct. Our division, we got us in Memorial, Richmond Hurricanes, and Forest Heights. And then you got your first and second place team that will move as a crossover to play the other division, which is Glace Bay, Riverview Redmond, Dartmouth, and Prince Andrew. First game is going to be Glace Bay and Riverview there on Thursday night at 6 o'clock at the Member 2 Sports and Wellness Center. And we'll be following up right behind them at 7:30, taking on Memorial.
Member 2, the host venue for this tournament and the regular home rink for Sydney Academy. It changed from the old days when they played at Center 200. How has Member 2 worked out as the home rink for Academy?
I played 3 years there at Sydney Academy back at Center 200. I think Member 2 is the right atmosphere for high school league. You got the smaller crowds. Nice, too, to have your own dressing room, equipment room. It's a good experience for the players.
You mentioned playing for Sydney Academy Hockey a number of years ago, and you would have been teammates with manager game day operations here with the Eagles, Sean McNeil. Tell us about your memories of playing with Sean with Sydney Academy.
Sean was definitely a big body up front when I was playing there. When I played with Sean, it was my first year. I was in grade 10. Sean was on his 3rd year playing in grade 12. As a rookie for us, grade 12, Sean was definitely a good role model for us to look up to. Sean was extremely hard-working man, both on and off the ice. Definitely, we all looked up to Sean.
Nice connection for the Cape Breton Eagles to have to the local high school hockey scene. Well, Justin, best of luck at the tournament this weekend, and fingers crossed everybody gets there safely with all the weather we've had this week.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's Justin Lund, the assistant coach for Sydney Academy Hockey, as they get ready for the annual Blue and White tournament, which returns to action and begins on Thursday. You're listening to the intermission of Carstar, Cape Breton Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.